All right, guys, we have your divine masculines here thinking about you a lot, especially tonight. I keep hearing that song. That's what I like about you. You really hold me tight. Remember in the last reading, we were talking about like ever since they have come across you, whatever brief encounter you both have had, they've experienced real romantic feelings, okay? And I feel like they are ruminating over the things that they love about you in the song. He says, what I like about you, you really hold me tight. Tell me I'm the only one. Want to come over tonight. Now, it's a playful song, but I feel so much meaning in it, okay? Because I feel like maybe you have a way of making them feel like they're the only one, okay? And this might be a part two, so you might have to watch the last reading because I may refer to it a lot because I am picking up the energy here. But in the last reading, I did talk about, your divine masculines experiencing really like mundane, sort of maybe even toxic relationships in the past. And ever since they've met you, they can't stop thinking about the way that you are, the way that you present yourself, the way that you love on them. You have a way of making them feel like they're the only one. So I want to say that like in past relationships, they've dealt with other partners trying to make them jealous or holding things over their head, which is like, okay, if you're not going to do this, I could just easily leave you, replace you, so you better do what I want. I feel like they've dealt with that type of dynamic in the past. It feels very immature, but it just kind of feels like that is how their mind was operating at the time. So you might even bring a sense of like maturity to this connection. Someone feels like he says, na, 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 in my ear. Tell me all the things that I want to hear, 'cause it's true. So you might have a very beautiful, sweet way of talking to them. Okay, that's what I'm getting out of this and out of your energy, whoever you are, divine feminines. Let's see, okay? Where am I guided to go? Let's go right here. What is it that they love about you? Okay, yeah, fidelity. Tell me I'm the only one. This is why they can't leave you alone, okay? I feel like this card, this energy represents that like your love is pure. What it is you have to offer in relationships and what it is you have to give, it's wholesome. They've never met anyone who genuinely truly just wants to be with one person, okay? In the past, relationships, they're all about mind games, competition, creating the type of toxic environments where there's a lot of control, there's a lot of manipulation. But with you don't force anything. You have a lot of self-love. It's like you keep your love with you. I feel like that's what this represents. Okay, you have a lot of self-love, or you have a lot of high standards for yourself. That's why I feel like it's like you're allowing him to go. You're allowing him to leave. There is no forcing of this relationship. And that's why someone is hesitating. I feel like with his hand on the gate, it represents him hesitating, wanting to leave you behind, or they feel like this is something that it's not just a casual encounter between you two. I feel like this whole energy represents someone is beginning to feel more loyalty towards you. I feel like these are passion fruit on the trees as well. She has a rose tattoo, so that could be significant for some of you. You're very beautiful, whoever you are, divine feminine. Like even with the rose here, you are just perfection. And that's just what I'm hearing from your masculine's perspective as he's here at the gate thinking, like, why can't I leave this alone? It's like he loves everything about you and he doesn't have to force himself to do it. It naturally comes. I feel like what I like about you and what I like about this connection is that it comes natural to the both of us. I want to love you. I want to put in effort. I want to do right by you. I feel the need to protect you because I know that you genuinely love me back, okay? Something about effort as well. It's like you put effort into the connection. And you know what I'm getting to? Like, this is just how you are, divine feminine. Like, this is your quality. Notice with the rose tattoo, you're as beautiful and as pure as a rose. You have beautiful qualities about you, beautiful ways. This man is not letting this go. He doesn't know how on earth you two stumbled upon one another. Though the circumstances may not be ideal, he's definitely in another relationship. okay? Because this word fidelity rings strong. Maybe he's always been a loyal partner, but in this case, you two met in a serendipitous way. It's like you can't avoid what it is you two feel for one another. You know, if it wasn't for you coming into his life, he would have just continued to put up with that other situation and just call it what it is. Maybe even he struggles with fidelity in that situation because he's genuinely not happy, but at the same time with the gate here, it just represents not being able to leave. But when you came along, oh, believe me, man started finding ways to be able to get out of that or to be able to leave, okay? Because in the first reading, we did talk a lot about a lot of conflict, a lot of manipulation, control tactics, right? Staying in a relationship because you feel forced to, in a sense, financial obligations, you know, what'll happen to our assets? What would the community say? What would your parents think? What would the family think? What would the kids do? So I feel like ever since you stepped into the picture, it's like you brought along courage, light, integrity, honorable, doing things that you have to do them because you have to stay true to who you are and true to your heart. Okay, so again, with the rose here, you represent maybe even just doing the right thing. Trials, you two are in the thick of it right now, really just wanting to be with one another. But you notice here, it's friendly. You guys might even work together. Just the way that they're dressed right now, it tells me, and even what her demeanor is, it's like this is as far as it can go. I've already explained to you enough times. As long as you're married, as long as you're going through your trials and tribulations, this is as far as it can go. He may always be trying to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe even at times share some of the trials that he's going through. But I feel like tough luck. That's on you. That's for you to deal with. He may try to get you to come home with him. He may try to get you to go to a hotel. You have very strong boundaries. It's not something that you're willing to engage in, even though you know that you two share some kind of passionate or very strong connection. And I do feel like, this is somewhat secretive, and we're all grown here. I mean, everybody has a right to live their life in the way that they want to, but I'm just going to tell it how I see the energy here. Okay, it's very clear that two people enjoy spending time together. Divine Feminine, whoever you are, you have very strong boundaries. There may be a lot of deep, intimate conversations with you two, but as far as physical intimacy, I don't see that happening, which is why he has to struggle to leave every time, because you're serious on either not going there, not crossing that boundary, not giving into the idea that he has privilege to that. He has access to that part of you when he's struggling or going through trials in another area of his life. I feel like you expect him to make a decision, be decisive, have it together. Okay, and I feel like all of the purple here, it's just really giving an energy that this man can't deal with. You're exceptionally sensual. You know how to tease him. You might have a way of exchanging words with him that have been very intimate in nature, what you would do, what you two could do, except there's obvious circumstances in the way. Okay, maybe you have a way of really arousing him, and it's driving him insane that you two just haven't had that intimate moment. Okay, he's torn that you are this adamant on forcing his hand at making a decision. Yeah, moving on. If you want this type of intimacy with me, then it involves, maybe moving on from that situation. He could be longing for you. I feel like this represents a very dreamy energy of just longing to be close to you, next to you. I just feel like even what she's wearing in the card as well, with the red, it suggests that this is really interesting. He's starting to feel more loyalty. I said that, but it's just even with what she's wearing here, he's starting to see you as more of his wife. Like this, do you guys visit each other after he's done work? Because look at the way he's dressed and she's dressed in this white. I see a man at work, It's like after work hours, that's when you two see one another. This is someone who's been steady in your life, and it's always been that consistent message of, if you want to be with me in this way, it's going to require you moving on from that situation. It's like, in all of the cards, there's a particular type of distance between them. It's a very intimate pose here, but, fully clothed in this way, it suggests passion, but barriers between you two. Let's get into the romance angels. Okay, can we get more on this moving on card? Yeah, the separation. I feel like it has a lot to do with the trials, Fidelity, right? This is just a fantasy of his. I feel like this represents the obvious passion there between you two, but it can't go any further than just meeting up or it being a secret, or it just can't seem to blossom out in the open. They're meeting in some kind of secret garden. The secret garden could be significant for some of you. Some of you might love to do gardening. I don't know what it is about that, but I just feel like maybe something is on the horizon in terms of a separation. Okay, because in that first reading, I did talk a lot about that chaotic energy where the more they feel this passion for you, it cannot be undone. Okay, you two weren't asking for this. Okay, the heart wants what the heart wants. You two felt what you felt. It happened. But you can't go backwards. And I'm seeing through this energy that this masculine will continue to think about you, to fantasize about you. This idea of moving on and separating, I feel like two people could be talking about a possible separation. Two people could be talking about living separately, trying to live separately. The energy I'm getting out of that is, I just need to be on my own for a while, or I just need to be alone, because in the first reading we pulled romantic feelings, which is these feelings are real and worth exploring. I feel like they have to, because they can't go on anymore in another situation or relationship and continue to experience arguments and triggers over you. The ultimate goal, or the ultimate wish or dream that they have in their heart, is to give this an honest chance. But again, it comes with moving on from something, letting something go, separating themselves away from something, because you're not going to have it any other way. Whoever you are, Divine Feminine, you've said goodbye to them many times. You've told them go. If that's where you want to be, go. But the problem is that they come back and they show up every single time, right? Even if you have to tell them, like, it's nice to see you, but you better be on your way, it doesn't stop them from coming back. Okay, guys? So that's what I have for this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.